Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sherry4x4. Again, my name is Zac Smith. The man with me behind the camera here is Brian Hosey, and today we're here to showcase the brand new 2018 Jeep Wrangler JL Rubicon. This thing is gorgeous, looks fantastic. The guys at Rocky Ridge hooked us up again. But real quick guys, we get a lot of questions, a lot of comments about current pricing or availability of our vehicles. Go to sherry4x4.com, go to our website. All the information, description, pictures, videos, and current pricing is on the website, so take a look at that for more information. Now, back into this Jeep. Again, this is the 2018 JL Rubicon. This thing looks gorgeous. The people at Jeep knocked this thing out of the park when they redesigned this thing this year. And of course, us here at Sherry4x4, we like to one-up things, make things even better, and we did that just by sending this thing to Rocky Ridge to get the Summit conversion package put on it. And as always, those guys knocked that out of the park. Hats off to those guys. This thing looks fantastic, so let's jump into it right away. What you'll notice right here in the front with the Summit conversion package, Rocky Ridge painted this bumper to match the white paint of this Jeep, and it looks fantastic. But what you'll also notice is that Rocky Ridge has changed up their equipment too to fit the styling of this new remodeled Wrangler. They've shortened the Summit bumper here on each side, and if you take a look, what's really nice is that you just give you a little more clearance to your wheels. So if you do decide to take this thing off-road, if you're on the trails, you're going to have a lot more traction. With any obstacles in front of you, you're going to hit the tire before hitting the bumper. So just give you some more off-road capabilities if you do decide to take this thing off the road. Now again, you have the LED light bar here in the front, the two painted red tow hooks, not for you, for when you pull your buddies out, the 8,500-pound synthetic rope winch. Now speaking of the winch, here's a cool little Easter egg we found. Now with the new hood latches here that Jeep manufactured, what you'll notice here is that this little notch is cut out right here in the side of the of this hood latch. And what that's for is anytime you're operating your power winch, let's say you do get stuck or you get hung up on a trail, what you can do is plug in the power cable to your winch, lay your cable through here, lock it into place, and that secures it so you can operate the winch control from inside the Jeep. You don't have to worry about all the excess cable hanging down, getting snagged on debris on the trail, getting caught in your wheel, things of that nature. So again, the people at Jeep knocked this thing out of the park, knowing that you people out there are going to use this thing and beat it up off-road. As you get on the side of this Jeep, again, it looks fantastic. This hood is awesome. I love the graphics on the side with the red outline. It looks just like my Power Wagon. We'll show you a picture of it here in a second, but it looks fantastic. The new fenders are nice. These side louvers are actually functional, so it's going to help reduce a little bit of drag and also keep your engine cool, especially if you decide to take this thing off the road. Again, the new angle here on the front windshield, just a little more aerodynamic. A few small changes here in the three-piece Freedom hardtop, but it still comes off very easy, goes back together real nice. And as always guys, the Summit conversion side steps here on the Jeep. Perforated platform to put your foot onto, and as always, the guys at Rocky Ridge didn't forget about you. They still got your bottle opener right there on the side. Taking a look at the back of this new Wrangler JL, there's a lot of nice features here in the back I want to show you real quick too. For starters, the new tail lights here from Jeep look fantastic on this thing. And what you'll notice is that Jeep also did away with the rear license plate bracket here under the driver's side rear brake. It's just a lot cleaner and a lot more, I think it's just a more finished look. And the cool thing about Rocky Ridge is they also incorporated this into the new hardware, into the new bumper. So you'll see the rear license plate mounts right here in the rear bumper just as it would as from the factory. And the rear bumper is painted to match, the same as the front. Now this is an aftermarket bumper, but again, the guys at Rocky Ridge are very versatile. They still incorporated the same backup sensors on this aftermarket bumper. The wheel and tire combination of this thing looks fantastic. It's a black 18-inch rim, and this is a 35-1250 Nitto Ridge Grappler. Now guys, I had a set of Nittos on my Power Wagon, and they are fantastic. I loved them. And this particular set here, the Ridge Grapplers, they're super aggressive, but they're not noisy. They're very roadworthy, but still definitely aggressive enough to take this thing off the road and hit the trails. Another cool thing that Jeep did when they remodeled this new thing is that you'll notice is that you have a lot more visibility out your back window here. If you take a look at some of the previous videos, these rear tires used to sit real high up here on blocking the back window, so you had like terrible visibility. But like I said, with lowering this tire now, you have a lot more visibility, but you don't even need to look over your shoulder now when you're reversed because you have this fancy new backup camera. Finally, somebody put a backup camera on a Jeep Wrangler. Thank you, Jeep. We appreciate that. And this one's really nice. It's even got your turning lines when you're in reverse. The lines will turn with you to show you where you're backing into and where you're going. This rear hatch is also aluminum, so it is a lot lighter to open. As you take a look inside the back and the cargo portion here, One of the things that stands out to me right away is that the roll bars are painted to match. They are painted white. So the nice thing about that is when you do decide to take the top off this Jeep is still going to look sick rolling down the road with those that painted roll cage. Now in the cargo area here, you got lots of D-loops, 12-volt DC outlet, a huge Alpine subwoofer back here on the passenger side. And the cool thing about under your cargo floor here, you do have some additional storage space, but you've also got some nice labeled pockets here for the hardware you take off, that you take off with the Jeep. So you see here they're nicely labeled. You have some slots here for your door hinges, your roof hardware, and then the 4 bolts you have for your windshield. So guys, Jeep made it easy for you. If you're losing your hardware, that's on you. Climbing into this new Jeep, take a look at some of the features on these new doors. The new doors are aluminum, so they are a lot lighter. And Jeep has also incorporated some grab handles here just under the interior door handle. That way when you do remove this door off the hinges, you have actually got some place to hold on to. Another nice feature is they've actually installed a detent here in the door jamb, so the door actually has a stopping point now, rather than just being grabbed by that limiting harness there, which is also really cool. On the A-pillar here is a factory installed grab handle, and then Rocky Ridge also puts the second soft grab handle here up here on top as well. Moving to the interior of this new JL Wrangler Rubicon, this thing is completely sick, guys. This thing is awesome. Jeep has knocked this thing out of the park. Super comfortable inside here. Looks great. Like I said, it's user friendly, and I'll just start showing you some of the new features here today. On the left side of the dash here, you do have your headlight, fog light, dome light, and dimmer controls. You do have a new leather-wrapped 3-spoke steering wheel. Radio and voice controls on the left side of the steering wheel. Cruise control on the right side of the steering wheel. You have your radio controls on the back side of the steering wheel here. You do have a color driver information display screen there in the center. This Jeep is equipped with a 6.5-inch touchscreen radio. And the new gauges, the new thermostat, climate control, and window controls here on the center console look fantastic. They're big, they're bold, you can't miss them, easy to access, easy to use. And again, guys, this is the Rubicon, so you do have the power switch for the front and rear locking differential and the push button disconnect sway bar. As always, it is the manual transfer case. And what I love about these new JL Wranglers, they are finally equipped with the 8-speed automatic. Now hold on, guys, let me explain. The Rubicon still comes with the 410 rear gears, the 4-to-1 transfer case, and it's still equipped, even the sports are equipped with like a granny gear, if you will, for first gear. So a lot of different gear options to choose from when you're on the trails. Just make this thing that much more versatile and that much easier to drive. A few more details, the new fit and finish of these new Wrangler JLs. You'll see that like this Rubicon in particular has got the tan leather seats. Looks fantastic against the black interior. The off-white stitching, the leather-wrapped dash with the off-white stitching, again the leather-wrapped steering wheel. The fit and finish on the interior of these things are absolutely fantastic. Like I said, user-friendly, family-friendly, even more family-friendly than the JKs. These things are super clean, super classy. Even my wife would be happy with one of these things, and that's tough to do. Another cool feature I like here in front of the passenger seat, you do have your grab handle or your uh-oh handle if you do decide to take this thing off the road. And by some of the pictures that I've seen from some of my Rocky Ridge customers that bought Rocky Ridge Jeeps from me, some of the trails and terrain that you guys take these things on, your buddy might need that. Taking a look into the back of the new JL, guys, I'd love to get in here for you and show you the amount of space, but the nice black floors, and I got some mud on my boots, so I'm not going to climb in this thing and dirty it up for you. But super comfortable. Again, the same fit and finish, the same soft leather as the front seats. A ton of space back here, plenty of shoulder room for passengers. In my case, plenty of room for car seats. A lot of nice new features back here from the factory too. What you'll see is this is the first Wrangler with the new air vents back here on the back of the center console. So you got your rear passengers have heat and AC as well. The power window controls are just below that. Underneath that, you have your USB port, your charging port, and a 115-volt outlet. Then that's those are lit controls as well. And up here on the top of the roll bar again, as always, guys, 2 humongous speakers up here. So anytime you decide to take a top off this Jeep, you're still going to have great sound quality coming through your stereo. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the 2018 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon JL. I love this thing. This thing is fantastic. It is gorgeous. Jeep is definitely moving in the right direction. Hats off to the guys at Rocky Ridge. Those guys knock it out of the park every time. But I do want to reassure you guys, Everything that's been done to this Jeep is still covered by the full factory warranty. So if your 3-year, 36,000 mile any factory defect, your 5-year, 60,000 mile bumper to bumper, and like I said, all the equipment put on here by Rocky Ridge is still covered under a 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty. So you don't avoid any of your factory warranty. Everything on this Jeep, front to back, top to bottom, is still fully covered. As always, guys, my name is Zac Smith. The man with me behind the camera is Brian Hosey. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and always check out the website at Sherry4x4.com. Good day. We're here in the wilderness of Midwest Ohio, and what we have here is a gorgeous white-tailed deer. Now, it is spring here in Ohio, so she looks a bit sick. Oh, sweetheart, come here, sweetheart. We won't hurt you. You see, she's a bit weary. Come here, come on. It's not deer season. You're safe. Come here.